What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Trucker's Life. I'm Jorge Navarro. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you've already been subscribed, welcome back, guys. And here we are, another day, getting her done. Well, not really. So, I'm here at the Houston port. Unfortunately, cannot film inside the port. That is a major infrastructure facility, and I can't record inside. But anyways, I'm here at the port. About to pick up a container. Just dropped off a dirty container, and now I'm gonna get loaded with a with one that needs to go. I think it's going to, I don't know, to the East Coast somewhere. But I have to pick it up, and then we have to take it to the yard and get it steamed, because it has to be a certain temperature to be able to unload. Or there's some products that are very temperature sensitive. The temperature cannot be off too much from what it's supposed to be, the parameters. So I have to get it loaded ASAP, take it to the yard, put it on steam, and then I don't know if I'm going to take the load or if it's going to be for somebody else. Nonetheless, that's what we're doing today, early this morning. Hope you guys enjoyed the last couple of videos. One remembering 9/11, and the other one with the Creeper Trail in Virginia. Had a lot of fun there. Highly recommend that place. If you ever get a chance to stop, go check it out. There's actually well, like I said on the video, there's actually an abandoned grocery store real close by. You can go ahead and park your truck there, and then you could walk over to the bike shop and then rent you a bike and then do your thing there. Highly recommend it. One of the most beautiful sceneries that you'll see out there on the East Coast, so pretty awesome. But yeah, here we are in the busy port. We're not actually inside, so I can't show you all this much. And it's just a madhouse here, a complete madhouse. Just trucks coming in and out, and you see all the cranes in the background back there. See if we can get y'all in there. See all the cranes, focus, all the cranes back there, and then of course all of the containers, which Houston is a pretty big port as far as containers, and I think cars even come in here. So yeah, just a lot going on. Busy. But yeah, that's what I'm doing today, and I think that's just all I'm gonna do. Just a little quick local runs, and then head back to the house, get ready for the regional run, wherever that might be. So yep, let's go. Shout out to the Houston Texan truck right there. Houston Texan truck in the house. Oh yeah. Even though we lost this weekend, but still a fan. All right, let's go. New coming to this port or going to any port, they all pretty much basically work the same. There's a lot of little loops you gotta jump through. Once you've been doing this for a long time, it's kind of like clockwork. You know, it's basically the same thing all the time. Everybody, you know, everything just falls into place. You know what you're supposed to do, and it works like a well-oiled machine once you're used to it. But until then, when you're new to a port, it can be a little daunting. It can be a little intimidating for sure. There's just a lot of different things you have to kind of know before you come in. Like this particular port here, you have to have your trailer license plate, your truck license plate registered in the system, which I've never been here. I've been to this port twice before, but it's been a long time and in a different truck. So my truck wasn't registered, so I had to call in. I didn't know. I got a trouble code, is what they call it, a trouble. So they send you to this other little staging area that says trouble parking, and you call the 1-800 number and figure out what you need, and they'll let you know what you need to do. So actually, whenever I got through the first gate, I was supposed to get a trouble ticket, but I didn't know, and when the lady said pull up to the staging area, I just did that and I left the trouble ticket. But they were okay with it. They weren't rude, and they just ask you for your license plate basically, and you give them the license plate and they'll match that up with the information that's in the system, and then they'll print you another ticket inside an office you have to walk to get the ticket that takes you into the following step. But it's a few steps and quite a few gates you have to go through. I wish I could show you the whole process, but unfortunately with the security issue I can't do that. But you can kind of see what's going on in front of me. You see those trucks coming out? Those are coming out of the port, and then those are staging areas over there to the left. Looks like, oh, there was an ambulance up there. Now it's gone. But anyways, so you have to follow all these little steps, and then when you get inside the port, it is kind of like, if you ever played Battleship, it's kind of like the way that it's set up as far as knowing where you're at, or bingo. So there's a number and a letter, and you have to find that number and that letter, and you got to go park underneath the crane. The crane is normally waiting for you when you get there. Well, it has been the 2 times I've been here before, and over at the other one also, at the other port that I've been to, they also are sitting there waiting for you. And you just pull underneath it, they drop it on your truck, you get out, you lock in your pins, and you put it in the wind. Well, kind of. Then you got to go through another staging area, well, not a staging area, another gate, and then you got to go through customs, and then you can leave. So you just got to pay very close attention to whatever the trucks in front of you are doing. That way you kind of know what you need to do, and you can go in, you can stop any one of these drivers and they'll help you figure it out, like they've done for me in the past. So you just gotta see how everybody just follow the leader here. Pretty much. Just all them containers. It's amazing. It's good that work is getting back to normal and people are out here doing the thing again. All right, guys. Well, right here to this railroad track is where we will leave you guys, and we'll pick up when we get out of here. All right. So right now we're just waiting on the crane to come drop off the to come dig out our container and put it on our truck. Now, I'm glad I asked somebody, one of the drivers that was actually here, because he actually told me that you had to do a sort of like hand signals. So let me see if I can show you guys. Okay, so you look up your container. See, I'll show you down here at the bottom. See at the bottom right here, right there, that what does it say, that 3E, what was it again 3E43C. That's where your container's at, and you're supposed to look for 3E, which is on some big barriers, or on some, you know, like the regular barriers that are in between the highway. And they're painted yellow, and they have a letter and a number on it. So you look for that, you find that row, you go down that row, and then you look for the bigger number, the 43 on here, and then you follow it on. You look at the bottom on the floor. I wish I could show you guys, but on the ground there's actually the numbers. So you line up your trailer to the number that's on here, which for me was 43. So after that gets done, then you get out of the truck, and then you search for your container down the rows. And when you find your container, which is going to be the number, it's going to be on here also. It's going to be these numbers right here. When you find your container, then you're supposed to let them know exactly where it's at. So when the crane comes, basically, when the crane comes, you get out of your truck and you signal where exactly the container is. So if your container is 3 rows down, so you're going to signal 3 across. And then if it's on the top or the bottom, or depending on how many are stacked on top, that's the way you count it down from the top. So 1 being on top, 2, 3, and you go until whatever it is. Mine is only 2, so I'm gonna go, it's 3 in, so I'm gonna go 3, and then I'm gonna go 2. So it's 3 deep, and it's the second one. It's the one on the second one on the stack. So basically, or the bottom one on the stack. So basically, he's gonna have to take off the first one, and then get the one that I need, load me up, then I get out, I lock everything up, and then I go. Make sure, guys, if you do come to a port, you have a reflective vest, hard hat, and it's basically, well, I don't see anybody with hard hats. You should just wear one. I mean, these aren't, well, I don't know if a hard hat would help you if one of these containers fell on you anyways, but good to have a hard hat. And get your, I have my hard hat in here, so get your safety vest. That way you're visible. There's a lot of movement going on. There's just, I mean, there's trucks and there's construction in here and there's cranes. So just forklifts. Just pay attention and make sure you're highly visible. But that is basically how that goes. Now I got some people get inspected. It's like a spot inspection. Well, some people get, as you come in, you show them your TWIC card. So the second step was coming in, you show them the TWIC card and one of these, and they'll know that you're supposed to be coming in here. You come in, then you go and you either get inspected or you go get your next ticket, which actually is this ticket here that tells you exactly where your container is located. And but I luckily, well, not luckily, but it didn't matter. I wasn't going to get in trouble. I mean, I'm good. I got inspected, hood, doors, you know, under the truck, all that good stuff. And they take your name down, and that's it. They let you go, and then you go to get this here. And then once you get this, you just follow it around, and you just look for the yellow barriers, barriers that you'll see, you know, the concrete barriers that you see between highways. These are painted yellow, and they have a letter and a number on them. Pay attention to the letter and the number. Follow it on down until you find your letter, your number, and then go down that particular row, and then you will see the other number, which is going to be the second number that will come up. And we can focus. Doesn't want to focus, but anyways, you'll get the next number, and then follow it on down the crane, and then follow it on down, and then find your container, and you know, get that ready to go. So it looks like the crane is starting to. He was just kind of sitting there. I guess he was taking a break. I don't know what he was doing, but he was sitting back. And I guess now he's going to start loading trucks. So there's a truck behind me. He's going to get him first. And then he's going to pull up and get my truck. So pretty cool, pretty cool. But can be confusing, can be a lot of mess. Especially if you're new or you've never been here. Try to find you a driver before you get to the port, and there's a lot of little truck stops here, and then get the information from them, and you'll be able to get your get in here, get your load. I know this sounds confusing, guys. I'm not the best in explaining things. I know this sounds confusing, but get a little bit of information before you get to the port if you're new at coming to the port. That way you're just going to come in, do your thing, and get on out. When everything is working right, when everything just falls into place, it takes, I've been in here before, 30 minutes at the most. Get your load and put her in the wind. So, yep, the truck behind me just getting his container loaded right now. And you also have to listen to a series of horns if they want you to pull up or they want you to back up. I think it's 2 for forward, 1 for backwards, or vice versa. And that way you which they can move their crane, but I don't know. Anyways, let's get loaded and let's get out of here. Hopefully DOT won't decide to pull us over, because DOT has a little DOT trap here, and it's not necessarily a weight station, but the city of Pasadena, which is where I'm at, has this this spot. I'm gonna try to stop and show you guys here in a little bit. Hold on, let me get loaded, because the crane's coming my way. Okay, so I know you guys didn't get to see any of that process, but I saw how that truck got loaded. That's basically how everybody does, and it's a free-for-all now. See who can get out of here, how fast we can get out of here. To tell you the truth, it's a little comical to see just this cluster of trucks, just everybody trying to get out. Herd all the cattle, get them all out. Oh, wow. So I'm just basically going back to the yard and dropping this trailer off. And then I don't know what's going to happen after that. I don't know if they got an extra load for me, or am I going to be just going home for the day, which that would be what I prefer. Let's see, are they coming out both sides? Sure, I'm going this way too. Follow the leader, leader, leader. What a mess. What a mess. Well, it seems like a mess to me, but these guys that are used to this stuff is just, yeah. Come on, Mr. Lawnmower Man, you're in our way. Let us out of here. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a big old bump. So total 6 different gates you have to go through. Yep. Man. Go ahead, Mr. Lawnmower Man. Do your thing. Watch out there, big truck. You're gonna run him over. Come on. Do it. Okay. And now we're finally out of there. It's off to the races. Alright, just leaving from dropping off our second ISO of the day, and now we're headed to pick up our second loaded trailer. Well, we will be going to a different port, not too far away from the last one. One of them is the Barber's Cut, Port of Houston, and this other one is Bayport. So 2 different ones, but they're literally right down the road from each other, or the highway here in the Pasadena area. I've heard these little short trailers like this, like the one that just passed us. I heard that those are dangerous, the most dangerous out of all of them. I've never pulled anything that short before, so I don't know for a fact. But I've heard that they're the most dangerous out of all. What's going on over here? Well, got us an ISO that looked like it's about to fall off. Yep. Yep. Looks like the guy didn't have the pins in or something, and it's about to fall off. Not good, not good. I don't know if you guys can see it, but over to the left out there, you see that big ship that's out there? I don't know if you guys are going to be able to make it out, but that ship out there is actually a car hauler. Cars, tractors, you know, anything like that. That's normally what gets hauled in those type of ships. So all that stuff comes into Houston. Cars, a lot of German cars, and a lot of everything else. But mostly, like, as far as cars, I know in Galveston, which is not far from here, with BMWs, there's a lot of BMWs that come in. And at the port of Houston, it's Volvo, I think, and Volkswagen. All right, guys, I'm about to drop off here again, and we'll catch up to you guys when I get out of here. All right, we finally made it out of there. If you guys could see, if you guys could. If you guys can see the craziness, the chaos, I tell you what, I take my hat off to these guys that do this day in, day out, every single day. That's pretty nuts. But I mean, if you pay attention, everything is there and everything's on your little printouts. This particular one right here is a little less chaos than the other one I noticed. So I think the other one might get more, or I don't know. I don't know who gets more. Who gets more trucks? I'm gonna stay right here. I gotta stop right here. I was gonna get into the left lane because I gotta get on that bridge, but I got a hazmat load, so I got a railroad track and I gotta stop. Follow the law. But yeah, I think the other one seemed like, to me it seemed like it was a little more crazy than this one here. But it's a free-for-all, guys. You're in there, you're on your own, and you figure out how to do your own thing. A lot of the guys, if you just stop and ask one of them, they'll help you out. But it's like an orchestrated chaos in there. But in all reality, it took me 30 minutes to do that whole thing. I mean, it was just quick. And since I refreshed my memory from the last place, from the first port that we went to today, I kind of already knew exactly what I needed to do here. And it's just bam, bam, bam. My luck, though, I got inspected twice. I got inspected in that other one, and I got inspected at this one. They just randomly pluck out trucks out of the chaos going through, and they do your quick inspection under the hood. You know, the quick safety type inspection, which is good. It needs to be done. It's all for our safety and for the safety of the country. But yeah, guys, we're out of there. We're out of there. We're done. Now we're headed back to the yard, dropping this trailer off, and then headed to the house for tonight, and then regional load tomorrow. Got it set up, ready to go, so we're good to go. Good to go. I sure am glad though that we're all back. Not all, but you know, a lot of people are back out to work, and all my brothers and sisters, truck drivers, are out here doing their thing, making the money for their family. Because a lot of people that I know for a fact have been raised, especially the people from my area, from my little hometown, a lot of them have been raised on these containers. You know, their fathers were out here doing it, hauling these containers, running up and down 45, and putting kids through school, through high school, through college. Good, honest living. You're not going to get rich like on a lot of things, but you're going to have enough to be able to have an honest living, take care of your family, and just get her done. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. For us to put food on our family's table. And we have been extremely fortunate. I know I have been extremely fortunate that throughout this whole pandemic, I've been working enough to take me having taken care of the bills, and I'm grateful for that, for sure. But that's the one thing I love about trucking is us truckers are pretty resilient, or this industry is pretty resilient to a lot of things, just because of our having to move products across country. So this thing about this job, you still continue going, and we continue moving this great country. With that being said, guys, thank you guys again for joining me one more time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Quite a bit different than what we normally do. Unfortunately, I was not able to go inside the port and really show you guys exactly how everything works. But hopefully you guys got some of an idea. And if you guys are going to start hauling containers, get a hold of people that you might know that are doing it already. Let them explain it to you. Because if you just try to go in on your own, trust me, you will be like a chicken with his head cut off, running around, not knowing what to do. Don't forget to be kind to one another. Help anybody needs help. Anybody contemplating suicide, 1-800-273-8255. Colon cancer is real. Go get yourself checked out, guys, especially us truck drivers that sit on our butts all day long. Prostate, colon cancer, go get checked out if it runs in your family. Military men and women, thank you so much for your service, and we'll see you guys on our next video. Peace out, guys.